Hello everybody. How are we all doing today? There's no bad news, Central Simulator Games. I am currently waiting on something, and while I'm waiting, I'm just making sure that everything is...
That's cool.
Just making sure about some stuff here. Now, if it's gonna take a bit too long, I will just start up. But I'm just kind of double checking stuff right now, so I'm not even looking at chat. Hello, Witchy. Fast typer, yeah. I used to be on MSN, so that's how I did. Joe, I can go into this scene here, and we can talk. I don't have the game running, as you can see, but we can talk for a minute. You can see me. How are we all doing today, guys? I'm just waiting on an answer for a couple of questions to be answered before I open the game. How am I? I'm good, Simulator Gaming. Hey, Tommy. This is a weird stream. You'll find out why in a minute. Don't worry about me not having the game open yet. I've been busy today. There's been stuff happening. And I'm just waiting on something. Can I do the thingy with that thingy? Yeah. Okay, so we are waiting for something now. I got confirmation that everything's kind of ready to go, but I have to wait for it. Sorry for all the hypnot. I haven't been paying attention to that. Clearly, Hedgehog. Hello, Shane. In fact, do I have... What's this scene doing? This scene's doing nothing. Hang on, let's get the webcam full screen, because there's no point in me having like most of nothing going on. How are we all doing today? I don't have this set up for anything at all, so that's I'm so fast at typing. Again, I'm used to it. Like, you see me on Discord that I have lightning fast replies. That's how. I am legitimately annoying everybody. So don't worry. Everything's under control. Hello. We'll be starting soon. Let's do a Q&A. What steering wheel do I use? I use a Logitech G27 when I'm using a steering wheel, but the usual wheel I use is the Wazda wheel because I'm lazy. How long have I been on YouTube? 3 years now. As of like September. And by the way, as much the same as yesterday, I have tea and coffee. I've got a cappuccino in my cup here, and I've got a cup of tea sat beside me as well. Is that coffee? It's a cappuccino, so yes. LOAC. I'm keeping my eyes on multiple things at the moment. I woke up at like 9 o'clock this morning and... Oh, hang on. What phone do I think you should get? Oh dear, I'm being trolled. What am I waiting for? You'll see, Farming Man. Do I recommend Logitech? Yeah, I recommend Logitech wheels. What's happened? Nothing yet, Kieran. Well, something, but I'm waiting on something. I suppose I can say kind of what's going on. In fact, I can. I am I'm currently waiting on Bulletbill, believe it or not. He is working on something and uploading it to Dropbox right now. And I'm kind of waiting on that a Dropbox link from. So that's why we're not in game. That's why I don't even have the game open. So if I go into a normal scene, nothing in here, no game open. Sweet. Okay, Dropbox link has been sent, so I can direct download, and it'll work straight out the box. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Windows. No, that's... Oh my god. Why are you doing this to me, Windows? Okay, let's try it like that. Yes. Okay, so I'm downloading it now. Hello, Dusty Dave. You got it straight away. Have I done a video how to set up track IR? If not, can I? I don't have track IR. This is actually a trackhat sensor, which is significantly easier to set up than track IR from what I understand. Update on the download, by the way. It is 1 minute left, so we'll be starting properly in a minute. Just kind of having to improvise while I wait. You ruined my stream, Bale. You've made me resort to webcam and coffee. I feel like Ian Robson right now, just like coffee and chatting a coffee. Yeah. You still fired? No, you're here, Louis, and I haven't even managed to get the game open yet. Oh, come on, download. Where's my glasses? Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. Dave in full HD, the world's most terrifying thing. By the way, I have legitimately just pulled a t-shirt out of my drawer to clean my glasses because... Hey, why not? Well, there we go, now I've got eyesight. You can see better than the small face cam. Yeah, it's not a bad setup, I guess. Ooh, webcam decided not to focus. Come on. Okay, it's... Stop flashing. There we go. There we go, we're getting into game now. Where did I put XSplit? Oh, I put XSplit. Oh no, now you're stuck with my face. Yeah, that's a thing. If you're having weird issues with FarmSim, double check that your Steam updated correctly. Because Bulletbill had missing files. So just double check the update worked for you guys. David glasses in HD is cool. Darth Vader card. That's actually an LED light up here. This is an LED cover. Do I have periodic planning on Platinum? Because if you don't, unlimited sugar cane, it replants the chop stuff. Yeah, if you don't have periodic planning on, you get unlimited sugar cane forever. I should start every stream like this. No. Most of the time when I'm not ready for the in-game stuff yet, I am just flailing madly. So I'm pretty sure because I had to wait, you guys know what's about to happen. Because if I head over here, this is the funky green I was talking. Oh no, that's the funky green I was talking about. Giant's engine is very confused at the moment. Very confused. So we have here a John Deere 7810 with the 2-row sugarcane planter. Used to start with webcam full screen. I never did. Let's get this going. Let it get it turned on and get it in the ground because we can now plant sugarcane on. This is not gonna go very well, is it? Let's see what happens if I turn on diff locks too. That's faster. We can now plant sugarcane on the west coast. Lubot, it will. This is the update that I'm testing right now. The old shapes. Oh my god. So they do. Yeah, somebody said to Pedro that they just kind of installed it like a normal crop. So clearly that person was lying out their teeth. One thing that's a bit odd is I'm guessing that's the way that it usually works, but the sugarcane ain't got any more than I think one angle. If I go like this, what will it do? Okay, so it does have a couple of angles, but it's not particularly multi-terrain friendly. For all crops, I think I definitely want to get sugarcane in, it's not going to be too friendly with you. Welcome back, Glenagry, and we're finally in game. Planting sugarcane. Hello, Lancashire farmer. Yeah. But considering the trials and tribulations you went through, when's this coming out? I don't know, because I'll be honest, I don't know if there are major problems yet. Can you chaff sugarcane? No, don't think so. They may have messed up multi-terrain angle. Like, I cultivated this today and it's still multi-terrain, but it might not work with sugarcane. Hello again, Tom Plays. It's really a case of we're learning right now and shouting at giants because everything that's broken is their fault. But it works at least. The map's confused because it doesn't know what on earth is going on anymore. I mean, that shouldn't be bright yellow. That shouldn't be green. It thinks there are crops planted, but it's a cultivated field. Kind of concerned that it might be a more permanent issue. Mind the sign? I did mind the sign. I made it fall over. Deny, deny, blame, blame. Farmer Dan, that is textures after falling off them somehow. Sugarcane on West Coast thanks to Bulletbill and my patience. It would have worked had I not waited, but there was some funky stuff going on elsewhere. New save game seems to work okay so far. Yeah, like it's probably just a case of this save is confused now. Because it was made with the old block IDs, and because they've changed, it's confused. Would be my guess. Why would they have sugarcane in England? They don't, but I mean, if you want to plant sugarcane on a map that's really quite pretty, you can now. With much effort and swearing and problems. And occasionally textures falling off the cows and turning them hot pink. Global warming. Also the Eden Project. There's sugarcane growing near Sim. I think the Eden Project's relatively near him. Because he lives... if you live near the Eden Project at all, you've got sugarcane growing near you in England. So, you can't complain, because it's realistic. I mean, yes, it's indoors. Yes, it's in a artificial environment, but it's growing, and it's in England, so... What's the combine doing in the hedge? Well, I can't get it back any farther, and I can't be bothered moving it properly, so it's just going to kind of sit in the hedge. It's about 5 miles from you. Oh, yeah, then. I was correct to say that. So, one thing... I haven't done this manually yet. One thing that you can see is the sugarcane goes down quite quickly in the planter. And that's really weird. That's new. It's not actually going down at a steady rate like it used to. Like it used to... With normal crops it goes down like 14.026, 14.025, 14.024 at a steady rate. If you watch carefully, it's actually going down at a very uneven rate. Like there's sometimes it'll go down 2 or 3 liters at once. Interesting. All sorts of the hot tropics biome. Yeah, I can imagine. Don't worry, we won't be seeding sugarcane for the entire stream. Just for a little bit to make sure that it actually works. Then we'll go over and do some other stuff and hope that the cows aren't hot pink still. In fact, that's something I should go over and check right now, isn't it? So let's zip off in this direction. Cut through all the things. Let's just make sure that this is back to normal. Oh, good, it is. Yeah, it's all back to normal. Textures have been reattached, which is nice. For some reason, all of this was white for me, and the grass in Landy was this hot pink. Which was definitely different. See you, Simi. Hello, piano. Something wrong? No, actually. I'm just kind of testing known issues now. Or issues that were already found. Like, you can see that the ground is going back to normal once I plant the sugarcane. It's just a bit funky at the moment without the help of, you know, things. You did sugarcane when you lived in Austria? Australia? Wow, I definitely made a right decision in putting on my glasses today. Seeing as I can't read anyway, apparently. I know Landy's been giving Oxygen David headaches as well, so I mean, between me, Bulletbill, Oxygen David and Landy, everybody's got headaches today. It's great. I wouldn't say it breaks save games, it just confuses them. Like, if you make it clear in the description somewhere that, like, textures may go a bit weird on cultivated fields and mown fields, then it'll be fine. Because I wouldn't particularly call this broken, I'd call it confused. Although I guess others would call it broken. Actually, yeah, out of curiosity, is it that it is broken, or is it that it is just confused? Where did I put the challenger? Oh, the challenger's down over here, isn't it? Let's grab the challenger. I want to test my theory. I want to test the theory. I have... Because my theory is if I cultivate the ground that's cultivated but green, it'll turn into normal cultivated distance texture. Because it just... all it is it thinks that the crops that were there before are there still. So I only really need to cultivate a small bit of this field right now. So let's get this running like this. You can see that it is cultivating. Now I can just get out and run over here and... Yes, my theory is correct. It's just confused. This is true. But... like, the solution is literally do something to the field. Oh, I'm on 5 gold nuggets. I need to edit the save so they're all gone. It makes no sense with the threats. The complaints I can kind of understand. Like, the complaints I can understand because it's like, this isn't working, how do I fix it? The threats, it's a damn game. Grow up. Or if you can't grow up, leave. In fact, they don't even need to start a new save, they just have to do literally something to the field. Like, if it was a case of, oh, you gotta start a new save, yeah, maybe I could understand a few complaints, but fields are confused, just do something to them. And it's probably only going to be with cultivated fields. Hello, Baron Load. Cancel on to update version already on Mod Hub. Yeah. I mean, it's... kind of 601 half does the other with this, I guess, because there's no genuine problems, but people will think they're problems. Like, if the cultivating thing didn't work, I would have been confused, and there, you know, might have been something a bit more serious going on. Same with the grass. I know that if I just go over there with a weeder or something, get rid of the grass and remow it, it'll fix itself. listen. People like having things to complain about. You can barely see the tractor in front of the seat. Yeah,
Hello, Dave.
I think this might be a bit small for the cedar. Now that I've got it on. Latvian Nix, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Okay, let's get a bigger tractor because the John Deere is a bit small. In fact, let's get a tractor that I know 100% will work. This is... Do you know what? I want to swap out the Challenger. You sold a mug to somebody who wasn't you. Well done, Bill. You're now officially corporate. If you saw the email, you'll know why I said to do what I told you to do. Because there's no need for the additional stuff. Quad track? No, I'm actually going to swap it out for a different Challenger. Assuming, of course, I've remembered to turn the mod on. Which I probably didn't, because I'm a moron. Oh. Did I seriously forget to turn horse on? I forgot to turn horse on. Hang on, I'm going to have to reload in, because I want horse. I've got nothing that... Do I have stuff that's secret? No. I've got nothing that's a secret in my mods folder at the moment. You're from Latvia? Well, hello, Latvian. I kind of figured that from your name. You can see the mess that is my save games. If I come down here to LJH. Porsche is installed. Clearly I just missed the... Okay. It's under Challenger. Yeah. I clearly just missed it because I got 1,000,001 mod tractors. I think you're gonna switch shops. That's up to you. Your name is Nix. Ah, I was wondering what the Nix was about. I went past it. Of course I did. Please bear in mind, everybody, that I am a moron. As I flick through. Oh, for the love of crap, there they are. I'm a double moron. Blame it on the headache. I blame it on a lack of caffeine. More caffeine. And Cafe Press has left you unimpressed. Actually, I wanna... Hey, my phone's charged. I wanna try something, so I'm gonna... What is my name? My name is Dave. New tractor time. So I have, in my possession again, a tablet. Which... Oh, this is going to make things... Oh, if I put it there, it shouldn't be too awkward. Apart from the fact that it's just like directly in front of me. I'm trying something different today. And the tablet is still alive, hooray. That is the important thing. So if I do that even, maybe. Yes. And will it let me do the thing? I have Austin Powers the Challenger. Can I refresh and get the thingy available to me, please, YouTube? So let's sell that. And we will buy... over here, the Anti-700E MT775. Got just about enough money for this. If we plug in the charger into this thing, it should start charging. There we go. Hey, that works. So now we got the Challenger with care tracks, which looks ridiculous. This looks hilarious. I love it. This is the ugliest thing I have ever driven. Hello, Hayden. See you, Bill. Sorry for the headache. This is the ugliest tractor in the world. I love it. What's my favorite animal? Probably the platypus, just because it's so ridiculous that it shouldn't exist. Have I played on the map that came with the horse pack? I have not, nor do I really have any interest in playing on it, to be quite honest. It's a technical masterpiece, I am sure. However, I don't think it's very... This is gonna sound weird. Technically, it's a very good map. Aesthetically, it's a very good map. You know, it matches the real life place. In terms of like how it would play, I don't think it would be a very good map to play because of Field 7 is just too big. Pedro and Faye, I know, are doing an experiment with Field 7 at the moment, where they are playing about with it and seeing how it does. Oh, that works! Fantastic! I owe Landy Kid some thanks. See you, lad. See you, Nix. This is, yeah, a lot. Okay, this looks stupid, but it actually works a lot better than the deer did, anyway. And probably better for taking care of your crops, for sure. As you can see, sugarcane is working. If I go into the map here, go into growth, field is... See, here's a funny thing with sugarcane. It marks as harvested, but it's actually growing. It does mark as harvested. Hello, Landy. That thing you were telling me about the Android tablet, you were dead right. So I've got mine sat in front of me in probably a very awkward place. Oh, it's seeded now, Faye. Remember, we got that bedding pool on TeamSpeak. We need to know the exact number of bales you get off that field. I've literally got it all written out in a notepad, so I can't change my answer later. Because everybody thinks I'm going to change my answer later. Which I can't blame them for. Jack, do I remember you? I don't think I do. But I've got a terrible memory, so... I mean, my guess was 1,000. The guesses were between 1 and 2,000. Sims is like a really specific number. It's 1,438 or something like that. I don't know why he's chosen like a very specific number. Yesterday, Jack, I have a terrible memory. The only way I remember people is that they come in regularly. So if you came in one day and you're asking me if I remember you, odds are the answer is no. Hello, AgriSpec. So yeah, Landy, I've figured out all the issues that I've got. The green cultivated distance is literally just the map being confused. The grass, I'm 90% sure, is the same issue. Yeah, Landy reckons 2000. Like, we legitimately have, or I legitimately have a notepad document on my computer that is bets. About how many bales there will be. Pedro's guess is I think 1500. Hello Jack, how am I today? I am good today. Why has Eddie just sent me something on Snapchat? He knows I stream at this time. Hey Alex, it has been a while actually. Yeah, there is zero money on this, just pride. We're not actually betting money, we're betting pride. And the ability to make fun of literally everybody else when you're right. Also the title of World's Best Bale Guesser 2018. Hello Broadcast Gaming. By the way, for those of you who are who always wonder what goes on in TeamSpeak, this is the stuff that goes on. Is we just create random competitions between ourselves, and it's wonderful. I'm playing COD. Yeah, no thanks. Why am I going random directions? Because it's me, Landy. Because it's me. What bales? There'll be wheat straw, specifically. Remember you? Yes, I do. Speed is key. Also, I'm just playing about to see what angles this thing actually works at, because it seems to have broken multi-terrain angle. Could I put mod links in the description? If I've got like 8 or 10 hours someday, I'll have a mod list back up. But right now, I do have a mod list that you can access through chat, but it's like 6 months out of date. There is no sell point. Sam, that is where you're incorrect. This is essentially the West Coast update that I'm playing with, thanks to Bulletbill being very generous and kind. So that's never. Maybe some evening when I'm very, very bored and want to go troll mod sites trying to find my mods again. So, like, all the links will be dodgy sites. I'll be honest, just out of sheer laziness. But I'll get it done someday, eventually. We literally got this version off Bulletbill today. I delayed the start of the stream. If you rewind the stream, guys, you'll actually see that I had my webcam up full screen to terrify everybody and just kind of pass the time until we got the updated version. Do I still have Tank Tour? The Rainbow Challenger? Of course I do. Even if I didn't have it, I could download it from my backups. Because I have backups of mods hidden everywhere. Especially like backups of my tweaks and edits. Because if you're editing mods, the best thing to do is have backups. And I've just realized that the tablet is causing a very white glow across my face. So if I just turn that way down, because I don't need to see it. I need to see it, but I don't need to see it particularly well. That'll do. You hate Russian mod sites. That's most of them. There's one in particular that I have a particular passion against. And, they felt my wrath. Hello, Mad Train Driver. Get Landy and everyone to do a convo? Convoy? None of us really play Farm Sim multiplayer. And definitely none of us play like Euro Truck or ATS multiplayer. What's this tablet? It is my old Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 that I have resurrected. I've stolen back off my... Well, my mother got a new one not too long ago and I've got my old one back. And the reason it's sat in front of me is so that I can do things a bit differently. So I'm getting very high tech. Vodka.Rus has high quality mods. So, oh, hey, Mad Train Driver, you're busy. You've just come back. Don't worry, dude. I think everybody's been particularly busy of late. Truckers MP is just a headache waiting to happen. It's not good for people to play. It's not fun. I played it for a bit on stream. I'll never go back. Not until they've got private servers at the very least, because, like, if you got a private server, you can have your own mods that you know and you trust, and honestly, mods that you know can actually do their jobs correctly. Because some of the Truckers MP admins, there are serious question marks about their competency, because they'll, like, overlook specific things and stuff like that. I forgot to say what I was meant to say. Could the moderators look in Discord in like 2 minutes, because I'm just gonna type something in real quick on my phone. 35 likes. Well, hit the like button, guys. Come on, get the like button up. See if we can hit 100 today. Here we go. Could the mods look in the admin room in Discord real quick? And Witchy, to answer the question you asked in the admin room, they're adorable little foxes, I'll have you know. Witchy seen the throw blanket that I've got in my bed and thought it was Adventure Time. They're adorable little animated foxes. And I love them. And it's really warm. Am I making money from YouTube? Yes. I think 90% of the people who are on YouTube make money off it. It's not much, and YouTube seems to be adamant that we shouldn't make anything, despite, you know, advertising on the Creator Studio for pretty much everybody that you know, we should make businesses out of it. It's a good business decision. Business. Maximize this, maximize that. Do this, do that, do the other. YouTube, my response to that is, well, okay, as a businessman, my business will send you an invoice soon for the training I'm giving your AI that you want to sell. That's demonetizing all my bloody videos. Because both of yesterday's videos got demonetized. We'll actually be... oh, I was going to say we'll finish this field soon. No, we won't. There's a lot more to do than I thought. But what I'll do is I'll stop up here in a second with this field. We'll go do something else. Quite possibly some cultivating or seeding, because that is stuff what needs to be done. And of course, if we're running the cultivator, we'll be running it off. Yeah, it seems like everybody's Platinum videos have. Landy's equipment video got bopped. Sims got bopped. I wouldn't be too surprised if Daggerwins did. I'd be interested in asking him, actually. Did I appeal them? Of course I did. I always do. I am not a moron. I like to play a moron, but I am not one, generally speaking. Did VFs? Haven't spoken to VF yet today, but I would presume so. Both of yours? Yep, there we go. There's the answer. Like, it's ridiculous. It's an absolute disgrace. When you see some of the ads, I got an ad the other day. I haven't actually spoken about this yet, but I got an ad the other day that was literally for a pyramid scheme. Like, I don't mind YouTube coming down, you know, content creators if they want certain stuff for advertisers. That's, you know, that's fine. They're the ones that are running the business as well. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna let literal, actual pyramid schemes advertise, then you have no right to tell your creators what they have to do. Especially if you're not going to be transparent about it. Because, like me, Landy, Sim, VF are literally end up talking most nights and like, okay, what videos got bopped today and why? What's the common thread here? Because YouTube doesn't tell you. It just says not suitable for advertisers. Why? Why isn't it suitable? Tell me. Because then I can fix it. Because if you're not going to tell me, I can't fix it. It's kind of stupid and annoying. But not your guys' problem. It's something that we have to deal with, and quite frankly, there's a reason so many YouTubers are moving to Twitch and VidMe. On a related note, follow me on Twitch. If one of the mods wants to put the Twitch command into chat, that'd be awesome. That's it, is like they'll monetize, they won't demonetize GTA videos. They'll demonetize Farm Sim, but not GTA. I mean, come on. It's got to the point where if I get an ad that starts Peggy 18, I report it as inappropriate. Because, hey, I expect advertisers to have to live up to the same standards I do. And if YouTube wants Peggy 18 advertisers, fine. Let content creators do what they want. Or like, let content creators flag up that it's an 18+ video and therefore can only get 18+ ads or something. Or let content creators maybe flag their channels as PG so that they don't get inappropriate ads like a Peggy 18 game. You know, that would have been the better way around it, but now YouTube's just expecting everything to be PG and the advertisers can do what they like. Hey. Such is life. Such is the reason that I want to stream more on Twitch. Which, by the way, if I stream on Twitch, it won't all be Farm Sim. You gonna switch to your other account? Fair enough, Jack. Hello, Josh. I haven't seen you around in a while. Good lord. You have been a very busy individual, I presume. So let's go do something else. We'll use... Those of you that have just arrived, yes, this is what this tractor looks like now. I've got the one from the horse DLC. Let's go do some cultivating. Also, ignore the fact that part of the field looks green. That's the game being confused. Yeah, YouTube's broken and dying, frankly. Actually, I want to deconfuse the grass field, so let's grab the Zetter. I want to deconfuse the grass field, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, get the windrower. I'm going to deconfuse the grass field because you'll see how it's confused in a minute. I'll actually go up into the air and show you guys what's going on. But I want to get it other confused. Tea time. Windrower is in here, lovely. This is what happens when I arrange the yard, but you'll notice that I'm just abandoning things again because it's easier during streams. Do I know what map performance tests in development mode do? Not a clue. In fact, I didn't even know they existed. Let's do something else. Joe, the reason that is I actually do want to cultivate field 10, it's just that I'm currently trying to deconfuse the map. Because the map is a touch confused by everything at the moment. So your other... I've seen that already, Botlock. Don't see why you need 2 accounts. But then again, I've got like 15, most of which are for testing. And annoying Landy when he times my main account out again. And Sim, for that matter. So let's go over to... I thank you, Mr. Landy Kid. See, that's something that I should have known long ago, and it's useful, so I'll be doing it a bit more often. Testing. Well, I have used them for testing. It's usually testing blacklists. Just to make sure everything's working correctly. Does Dave mean trolling? Dave means actually testing. Because what was the last time I used them? Like, legitimately used them, not just used them in Landy's stream the other day because he started timing me out. I used them not too long ago to test something relating to the YouTube blacklist. I'm not going to say exactly what, but there was a theory I had, and I went into my own chat and just started testing using my alternate accounts, and my I went into Landy's chat to test the same thing. Yeah, because like none of my alt accounts are actually moderated on any chats, and that's intentional for blacklist testing. And some of them have intentionally really terrible names. So, oh, it's... What? Hang on. That doesn't look right at all now. That's changed! That was bright red last time I checked. That's really different. The owner can do it, mods can't. See about lock? It'd be faster if I went like this. Yep. Okay. Yes, thank you for ramming into me, AI. You've actually got me stuck, AI traffic. Well done. That's really odd. Yeah, it's definitely map confusion if that's happening. Because that was bright red before, now it's changed to making a bit more sense. So what I'm going to do just for my own ease is drive through this hedge here and this hedge here to get in here with the windrower so I can lay this out, and we'll have to do some silage today just to get the map a bit less confused than it currently is. Hello, Dan. How is our favorite cripple today? So is that going to magically deconfuse it? That's magically deconfusing it, so I just need to windrow it. Okay. I'm learning. Seriously, there's so much that is just a learning process with Farm Sim. Especially when something starts going wrong. Yeah, it's... Oh, look, it's updating the info blocks around it, so I don't even need to do the full thing. So yeah, the map is just confused. See you, dude. Need to go buy a new tractor, that's fair enough. How's the map confused? Because the way that you have to put in sugarcane is really, really weird. And you actually have to overwrite the entirety of the terrain of the map. Which when you put it into an existing save gets it a bit confused. Because block IDs change and the game isn't entirely sure what to do with them. How much is Platinum Edition pounds? Is it £16? 16, 17 pounds? It's not particularly expensive, but at the same time I don't think it's particularly worth the money. As much as I like the idea of new crops and whatnot, I just don't think that, especially with the map, the quality's not right, not quite there. And like right now, there's no maps other than the Giants maps that can actually deal with sugarcane. And there won't be for a little while, just because of how awkward, quite honestly, it is to put into a map. The Giants kind of, for whatever reason, just decided they'd reinvent the wheel with how sugarcane works, and while it's great that it's a new crop, it's just put in the most awkward way. I'm gonna be honest, I'm with Fahy here. If you want to get a DLC today, get the horse DLC, because it's, you know, the same level of quality in terms of equipment. The equipment's going to be useful on a lot more maps, and it's free. In fact, I'd be... Let's Play Simulator, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madass. Hope you enjoy your stay. Between Horse and Platinum, if I was asked to pick one of them to pay €20 for, that's how much I paid for Platinum. If I was to pick one of the two to pay 20 quid for, I'd pick Horse. I think it's... just... It's the better of the two. Pure and simple. What's in the Horse DLC? Horse DLC is... I've got to remember this myself. These two challengers, which have funky tracks. Nothing in front loaders, I don't think. No. Nothing in trucks. Nothing in foragers. Nothing in forage headers, obviously. Nothing in there. I think there's a new tipper, isn't there? Or am I wrong? I must be wrong. But in auger wagons you get a seed tender, a shuttle 8000, a Titan overloader. You get, I think there's a new plough. Clearly I'm wrong. You get like quite large cultivators from Horse as well. Tiger 6, Joker 12 and a Cruiser 12 XL, which the XL is smaller than the Joker. Okay. Just go to the Horse brand. That's not a bad call, Fahy. I got a few Horse mods, but it shouldn't interact with it too much. Horse. Look, that's in game, that's in game, that's in game. You get this lovely sprayer. That, like, this is probably the highlight for me, is the sprayer, because I'm probably gonna get it on this map. You get a nice 12-meter seeder, huge fertilizer spreader. You actually get two seeders. Both of them are 12 meters, and one can do corn, so 12-meter corn seeder. A tracked 21,000-liter slurry tanker. An injector bar for that slurry tanker, a drag hose for that slurry tanker, a slurry tender, the overloader, shuttle 8000 that can go on the back of the man truck. That's not worrying at all. And the seed tender, like, and a map, because you get the aggravation map as well, and it is all free. The grand sum total of cost to you for the Horse DLC is 0. If you don't have a link to it, go into my Discord. I have the link and the download code available to all in the announcements room. If you just scroll up a small bit. One thing I do want to do right now, actually, is because they annoy me and I genuinely dislike them, is I want to get rid of these three, the slow conveyors. Landy and I have an inherent disagreement about them. He likes them, I don't. So we'll do a bit of forage wagoning. Why is... Oh, not coming out. There we go. We don't have any silage additives, that's not a big deal. There we go. If you click on the link Monster just put in, enter the code 143208. 67411. That is the code you need to get Horse completely for free. It is a direct download from Giants. So, you don't need to worry about that. J. I appear to be floating slightly. I am almost definitely floating slightly. J. J. Why am I able to do this? I shouldn't be able to... I shouldn't be able to do this. Because I've disabled... Oh, hang on. I had it toggled on, and because I turned off the toggle, it was broken. There we go. That's what the problem was. New problem was I turned off the tractor by mistake. Multi-terrain angle works fine on my save game. It's literally just the sugarcane that has issues. So it is a Platinum specific thing. That much I can confirm for 100%. Because the field I was planting, I actually cultivated that today and the multi-terrain worked fine. So it's Platinum specific, sugarcane specific. Getting the distinct feeling that maybe if you want to bring out a map at this point you need to get Platinum, just because there seems to be some Platinum specific issues being caused all of a sudden. Which is a bit of a pain in the head area. See ya, Ben Ray. You can keep the stream on in the background if you want, but I'm guessing you don't like having distractions when you're playing Farm Sim. A lot of people clicked off the stream when I was advertising the Horse DLC, so I'm guessing they might have gone to get it. Question I have right now is, do I want to get the spray from Horse? Got my mugs. Yes, I did, TMCC. I'm very happy with them. Yeah, it's gonna screw with save games. It's not gonna break them specifically, but they're gonna get a bit confused. There's no actual issues outside block ID updating when you do something to like an adjacent block, as I discovered in the field that I just windrowed. Which, oddly enough, the grass suddenly turned black instead of the bright red colour from the picture I sent on the Slack, which there is some interesting little weirdness going on in Farm Sim of late. How's the map getting on? I've not really touched mine in a little bit. I've been kind of flat out figuring out videos and recording stuff. Yeah, I'd say that might be the best idea, Bill. I mean, there's people coming up with some interesting ways to get sugarcane in. I think the way you use is probably the best. Especially for like an existing map. But there's some weirdness. I'm sure it'll be patched out in time, but it's not exactly perfect. That is a really nice cup of tea, actually. I did well making that. By the way, I'm not using the travel mug just for the sake of advertising the merch. It is literally, I like having a travel mug. Have I slept for more than 8 hours? Slightly under, actually, Dan. I woke up at like 9:30 this morning. But I slept really well. Like, you heard me on TeamSpeak last night. I was completely just in Off with the Fairies with how tired I was. What's my name? My name is Dave. And I am from the Rainbows. You hope so. Yeah, with how tired I was last night and just the level of dissociation with reality I was at, I kind of hope I slept well. How am I? I'm very good, Scott. I'm better than yesterday. Yesterday I was tired. Very, very tired. Hello, Sligo, I agree. Oh, you got the MRI today, yeah. Good luck with that, Dan. Or you had it today, bleh. How did that go? I was chatting a bit. I tend to, EJ. Like, I'll tend to hop on Discord in the morning just to check what's going on and say hello to everybody. Your name is Cornel Kertai, which I've probably horrifically mispronounced. Because I'm not good with non-English names. I'd be willing to bet then that there's more wrong than you think. And that you're just kind of, your body's blocking out the quite a lot of it. Or there's less wrong and your body's being weird. Because the human body is a very strange thing. It does like blocking out a lot of random stuff. You have the disc with slides and images, you don't know how to read. I don't know how to read now. I don't know how to read an MRI either, but I do know what the doctor will be looking for. Obviously, as do you. Hello, Matt Flynn. But yeah, can I read an MRI actually? I'm just trying to think. I can read an X-ray fairly easily. They're easy to do. Oh, the silage is wonked too. Oh, and I forgot to get rid of the rest of the silage out of this. Oh, and now I've got this. Oh my god. I've got the Zetter stuck on some silage that I haven't sold yet. JCB, come to my aid. When in doubt, use a wheel loader. How old am I? 27,002. True fact.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
There we go. And Tamas Bala, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Bunker size empty. There was literally 11 litres of silage left. That's amazing. EJ, don't be rude. I don't mind being asked questions. I get a bit annoyed when it's the same 6 questions constantly. Let's just leave that there. We can empty this out. I'm intentionally leaving that there because I do plan on doing silage again relatively soon. Yeah, it's dumping. Hello, Tamas. Which I'm guessing is actually Thomas. I'm probably wrong. The notification is back again. What notification? TMCC? Hello, Pedro! Looked at, you have to use Windows PC to see it. Found your femur, kneecap, and tibia. Oh! If you're looking for the ligaments, I might be able to do that. So notification. Yes, it is TMCC actually. Yes, it's been back for a couple of days now. I'd need to do some reading up on where exactly it is, but I could probably find it, I guess. Could I? Yeah, if I did a bit of reading up on where exactly it is, I could probably find it. Although I wouldn't actually try and give you a diagnosis, I'd just let you look at it. Because I am not a doctor. I am not Nick Riviera. So Pedro, how goes the poplar seeding effort? Or have you given up on it? Because Faye told me that you want to do poplars on Field 7 as well. How did you get the bonus master you farm some on disc? Did you order the Platinum through Giants specifically? That was something about Hungarian. From Cornwall. But I'm not entirely sure. Why does Farming Dynasty have John Deere licensing? I don't know. I saw the thumbnail of that picture. But I don't know anything specific about licenses, which it's kind of obvious. Calvus Puharts, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Seems to be a lot of people from Eastern Europe watching today and subscribing. Your day's work still isn't finished. See, you have been lazy, Faye. If you hadn't been lazy and taken a lunch break, you'd be done by now. No poplars, little bales from poplars. Well, yeah, but you could like collect up all the wood chips and be like, look at all the wood chips we have from Field 7, and crash the server. This is not an efficient way to collect grass for silage. I know what we'll do next though. Because there's some seeding to do, there's a lot of cultivating to do. We could possibly buy another field and do some harvesting. The Sims or Farm Sim. I don't know anything about Farming Dynasty. I've applied for Key on Keymailer. I'll have to look it up again and see if there's anything going on with that, but I'm probably not going to get it, to be honest. Easy Farming Simulator. Cultivating would be nice. What? Monster's talking to the Hungarians. And the only reason I know it's Hungarian is because I watch Formula 1 and I know the Hungarian Grand Prix is Magyar Nagydíj. Okay, so that's that done. Wait for it to close. That can kind of stay down here for the time being. How much is Field 9? Because if I get Field 9, then that would be the entirety of this kind of section of the map bought up. It's in the other direction, Dave. Thank you, Dave. You're welcome, Dave. Dave, you're an idiot. Thank you, Dave. Field 9. How much are you? 47,000 for this size of a field. Let's go for it. Right, so let's get a tractor. John Deere will do. Why is this stream called Platinum? Because I have the Platinum Edition of Farm Sim. It's like the version of the game that I'm playing. Also, I was playing Sugar Beets earlier. Lose champion of the world 4 times. Yep, and he deserved none of them. Because all he'll do next year is complain when things don't go his way, like he's done for the last however many years he's been in Formula 1. and demand that everything is done to suit him. Because he is not as good a driver as people like to think. He struggles very, very badly in traffic. To the point where it's more than like an issue with the car. Hello, Harry. Because I know the Mercedes isn't great in traffic anyway, but the amount Lewis Hamilton struggles in traffic, it's clear that he actually genuinely has an issue with driving in traffic. What? Oh. Yep, I'm with Pedro here. So I've stopped reading Formula 1 news on the BBC. Their lead Formula 1 guy has a love affair with him, and it's just... it's unreadable garbage. What gets written about him. He got fourth in Brazil from last because there was a safety car that was conveniently at the perfect time for him. Speed is key. He's not a good driver. Definitely not good enough. Like, definitely not as good as you'd like to think. I'm not saying he's terrible, but he's not as good as you think he is. There are much, much better drivers on the grid than him, like Fernando Alonso, who somehow consistently pushes that McLaren way beyond what it's supposed to be able to do. Like, the simple fact that he's consistently fighting for points when the engine doesn't let go says a lot about how good he is. Is any of them driver? I would argue that Alonso's maybe underrated. Is everybody already bored of Platinum? The map isn't very good, Shane. Like, I think Fernando Alonso is the best driver in Formula 1 at the moment. Oh, I couldn't do better than Hamilton. No. But I think if Fernando Alonso was in the same car as Lewis Hamilton, then... or if Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso swapped places, Alonso would have been champion long, long before Brazil, and Hamilton wouldn't have nearly as many points as he... as Alonso does right now. Pedro, did you hear about Alonso doing Le Mans next year? His random extra race is going to be the 24 hours of Le Mans, so I'm going to be very happy watching that. Yeah, you look at the Spanish reports on Alonso, it's going to be much the same as BBC with Hamilton, but the thing is that Alonso can match the hype. Alonso can drive in traffic. Jimmy Johnson, oh my god, no. Apparently there was like a retaliation crash in the NASCAR that I didn't see, that I need to try and find, because there's been... I love NASCAR, because it's like you hit a dude and then the next race out he hits you and you both get annoyed at each other and then you shake hands. It's like, okay, we're even now. Lucius Eves Alonso and their teammates. Martin, I don't quite know what reality you're in, but it was definitely different to that. Hello, Stephen. Next year should be better. I'm hoping it will be. I mean, I could have watched much more Formula 1 this year than I actually did, because it's not an interesting sport anymore. You know, if Hamilton's in the lead by the exit of the first corner, well, that's the race over. Because the Mercedes is a bulletproof engine, I applaud them for building it, but Makes the races boring when they're effectively decided in the first, effectively 2 laps. I'd be much happier watching MotoGP, which traditionally has had a lot more randomness and excitement. Rallying is good, yes. Rallying I can get behind. That is a true test of driver skill. Like that is a sport where it is all about the driver and very, very little to do with the car. Obviously some cars are better than others, but it depends on what the stage is like. That's it, Bill. It's like Alonso is proving himself to be probably the best driver in Formula 1 right now, just because he can actually manage to do well in that McLaren. Because that engine is an anchor, and I'm sure McLaren have some amazing body kits in it. The engine's an anchor. Joe Milson, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Matters. Hope you enjoy your stay. You've chatted Richard Burns. Oh, that's amazing. Bill, I don't hate Hamilton as a driver. I just think his personality is atrocious. It's kind of an egomaniac with no real human redeeming features. His performance in traffic is shambolic. If he's stuck behind a car that he's trying to pass for a position, he's going to be stuck there for a couple of laps. And yeah, he's good out front, but that's because he can't really overtake. Well, yeah, I mean, let's face it, brand new engine, second last race of the season. They're just going to turn the wick up to basically ruin it by the end of the race. Because, hey, he's already got all the penalties from it. It doesn't matter right now. Yeah, that's what a lot of people I think forget is he had a brand new engine that they could have turned the wick up because at most it has to last 2 races. It'll make it a lot easier for him to go fast when the engine isn't limited for reliability reasons. Hello, Philip. Next year things are only going to get worse in that regard because they've got what, three engines for the season. 8 miles an hour faster than the McLaren. Yeah, but that's the McLaren. What are they using now in Formula 1 V8s? Turbocharged hybrid V6. I think Mercedes though need to look at their design a bit. Yeah, 1.6 litre V6. Which, you know, it's relevant to road cars, but it's not really racy, is it? What's your race car? I race a hybrid. It's glorified Prius racing. Which actually, Prius racing sounds interesting. Is there a championship anywhere in the world where they race Toyota Priuses? Because that would be that would be interesting. Hello, Glengar, bring back V8s. V8s, V10s, V12s. They're never coming back to Formula 1, annoyingly. I would say just get rid of the MGUH. You know, the one that deals with extracting the heat and turning it into energy. If they got rid of that, the sound would be a lot better. If they actually turn down the regeneration a bit, there'd be a lot more sound in Formula 1. Tesla won the world's greatest drag race. Yeah. But, I mean, Tesla are full electric. Ferrari and Mercedes are throwing their toys out of the pram, starting to quit. Red Bull had their annual threat to quit not too long ago, I believe. And now they're after picking a fight with Renault for no good reason. That's going to result in them probably not having an engine for next year and having to go to Honda a year early. It's comical that the Formula 1 teams just, like, they're supposed to be businesses. You know, they're bound to get annoyed about having less money, but Renault and Red Bull are business partners. You do not pick a fight with your business partner. Not in public anyway. But that's what Red Bull are doing. It's stupid. And hilariously immature. I wouldn't say Mercedes are too powerful, but Ferrari definitely are. I mean, they get paid 100 million a year just to show up in Formula 1. Like, the amount they make just by showing up, they don't need to win anything. They can get 0 points throughout the entire season. And they get more than, I think, the 3rd or 4th place team in the Constructors' Championship. Like, that's not right. That's not a sport. I've dropped views since I've been talking about this. Yeah, but it's something I enjoy talking about. So I don't particularly mind if I lose some viewers. I prefer to talk about stuff that I like talking about. And lose viewers than not have anything to talk about and have 10,000 viewers. I was gonna make some like video game noises, but I've just heard the music in the background. It's very video gamey. See, look, I didn't even tab to this, but I'm here now. We got the 4,000. It's a good, yeah, it's a good little chat. It's causing slacking. Oh dear. Plus Dave slacking again. Might well need to be a thing, Bill. Because I know Landy kind of watches it when he can. I do as well. Well, I'm not particularly bleh. Fahy, I'm with you there. There's the weirdness again. Possibly. That should not be... I am pretty sure that should not be bright red. This map is very confused right now. If this was a new save, it'd be fine, but just because it's an existing save and has platinum stuff kind of shoehorned in, it's very confused. How is Dave? Dave is good. I don't think McLaren... I'm thinking McLaren will do pretty well next year. It really depends on how good their car actually is. Because, like this year they have the excuse of the Honda. Next year they have no excuse. They'll need to be racing at the very least Red Bull. Mark are not as friendly as Toro Rosso and Williams. Toro Rosso and Williams are independent teams. Mercedes are very corporate. Kind of to be expected. Hello again, Rhea. One thing I need to get back into watching is actually like NASCAR and IndyCar. I slacked off watching them and I really do enjoy them. IndyCar in my opinion is better, but NASCAR's quite good too. Their chassis is supposed to be better than Red Bull's. That's what I mean, like they have to be racing Red Bull next year at the very least. Because they got no excuse otherwise. In fact, according to Discord, I'm playing nothing. That is very interesting. It might be. I'm probably not going to be too surprised if it's actually changed the executable name slightly. By me having platinum. Realism. What do I think of Van Dorn? I think he's a good driver. I have for a few years now, even before he went to McLaren. Like, I think there's some really good young drivers coming up, but it's a bit of a shame that the deadweight like Raikkonen aren't moving away. Hello, Ben. I think even Vettel's kind of fast becoming deadweight on the grid because he's been causing a lot of crashes of late. Like he's been doing some really stupid driving and kind of claiming he can do nothing wrong but causing crashes. Hello, Jacob Manning as well. And I know I'm nowhere near as good of a driver as him, even when I do have my wheel and I'm in racing games, but I think I'm allowed to say that he's being a bit stupid. Hello, Elvinus. Yes, Professor Dave. Class is in session, children. How am I today? I'm good. A bit blind, which is why I'm wearing my glasses, but I'm good. Singapore is hilarious. Oh. The funny thing is I actually think Vettel, when he is driving well and has a good state of mind, is a very good driver. It's just that he's been very stupid of late. Like his attitude's very poor all of a sudden. It was really good for a couple of years when he went to Ferrari originally, and it's just kind of gone downhill since, back to like his Red Bull days where it was very arrogant and egomaniacal. Hello, GD. Would you like to join our chat about Formula 1? Met Verstappen and Ricardo, very nice people. I'm in no way surprised, they seem like the two nicest guys on the grid. I'll be very blunt about that. Like, my two favourite drivers are Verstappen and Ricardo. Verstappen needs to work a bit on his driving standards, because he does have some issues with that. He needs to be maybe be a bit less aggressive. But yeah, that's a team that I can 100% get behind as Red Bull. And while I don't like the we better win everything or else thing, I do like the drivers. The team mentality I don't like. Drivers I do. Stop watching F1 after Senna died. I don't blame you, it's kind of... It's definitely gone downhill. The standards of racing are... I don't think it's even the standard of racing. I think it's just the entertainment value is kind of gone. Because, like, in the 90s and 2000s, half of the entertainment of a race is, or it was, engines failing. Like, people like to think that, oh, there was much better racing in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. No, it was just more engines failed, so there was a bit more unpredictability about everything. It wasn't a case of 20 cars start the race and like 19 finish. It was a case of 20 cars start and you'll be lucky to have 15 finishers. It's not the racing, it's the safety that takes the racing away. I genuinely think it's just that the cars are too reliable now. Because you think back to that Canadian race where they had to have a 4-stop race because the tyres were failing and going off super fast because the track conditions weren't quite right. That was really exciting because it was unpredictable. It's not a case of needing to get better racing, it's just kind of, in a weird way, needing to get worse cars and worse parts into Formula 1. So that, we'll say, there is the chance that Lewis Hamilton out in the lead by 3 laps his engine could fail on the last lap. He might not finish the race all of a sudden because his engine failed. You know, that's not going to happen because the whole point is to be reliable. Back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, that was a thing. What's for tea tonight? No idea, nor do I particularly care at this moment in time. He would deserve it. But Canada 2011, again, that was exciting and great because it was unpredictable. Because like that was the one where there was, if I'm remembering rightly, that was the one where they had to stop the race for 2 hours because the rain was too heavy? Or was that after that? But like, definitely the one where button won. It was exciting because it was unpredictable. You couldn't see what was going to happen next. You couldn't say, oh, well, he's out in the lead now. That's the race over. That's what's happening in Formula 1 now. That's a shame. Yeah, that was the 4-hour long one. That was amazing. Even like the 2-hour layoff. It was fun because it was watching all of the pundits try and come up with something to say for 2 hours. And the pit crews getting bored and racing like paper boats down the pit lane. GD, I would be willing to say you're probably about right. Do I remember when tires kept popping at Silverstone? That was not fun. That was not fun and exciting. That was infuriating because it's just like nah. Glengar, there's actually set time limits now. Back in 2011 there wasn't, but a race start to finish, if there's no red flag, it goes for 2 hours. If there's a red flag period, the maximum allowed time for a race from lights out to checker flag by hook or by crook is 4 hours. And that Canadian Grand Prix took 4 hours and 10 minutes. Or 4 hours and 5 minutes. Hey, John Deere lover. So that's the change that was made as a result of 2 hours of very heavy rain. And the Marshal is desperately trying to get rid of 2 hours of heavy rain. But one race that I keep going back to on YouTube is 1984 Monaco. Liberty now shows the drivers meeting. I think it should be shown. Because number one, it keeps the drivers in line. And number two, it shows the world the safety standards and the driving standards expected in Formula 1. Although I get the feeling that maybe we should change topic because I'm seeing almost everybody's left. I think there aren't many Formula 1 fans in the chat. I think there might be a lot more as a percentage now than there were before. This always happens when I start talking about Formula 1. I bet if I talked about soccer, everybody would be like, yeah, soccer, football, hey, sports. Talk about cars and machines and people leave. In a game that's based around heavy machinery. Maybe it's just that I got such a negative outlook on Formula 1. F1 ruining everything. But there's not long left in the stream anyway. We'll be finishing up at 7 o'clock and Landy's going to go live for like an hour. So he has to have his dinner. Because he's a good girl. Landy Kid is a good girl. He has to have his dinner. Let's talk about cake. Cake is a good topic. What is everybody's favourite cake? I like the kind that I'm eating right now. Except I'm not eating cake right now. So I don't like any cakes right now. How's Sunderland? They'll get worse before they get better, I promise you that. They'll go down another division or two. I wouldn't be too surprised to see them in the conference. Or whatever it's called now. Belgian buns, very nice. I have to admit, my favorite thing to eat, like in terms of buns or cakes or anything, is some of you might find this weird. Like if you get puff pastry and you just kind of lay it out on a sheet, like puff up, cut it in half, cream, jam, delicious. Kind of like an afternoon tea scone, except it's puff pastry, and it is so very delicious. I go on, my mother makes them, so I keep hinting at my mother like, hey, do you have any puff pastry? Black Forest is lovely too. Apple tart. Am I gonna have a look at Pixel Farming's new John Deere baler? Is that the... what is it, the 599? The round baler, Aaron. Because if that's the round baler, it is, from what I can see at least, I'm not gonna download it because I genuinely think it is, it's a convert of an FS13 mod, which used to have this really amazing bale selection script and custom bales and all this kind of stuff, and it just kind of falls flat without it. Because that mod I loved in FS13. Bit of an angel cake fix, that's very nice too. Trifle's nice too. Something I haven't had in a long time in terms of desserts is Knickerbocker Glory. Ooh. Cake and custard. Ooh, yes. Apple crumble and custard. Apple crumble and custard. That is the perfect winter's dessert. Or... what's the other one that's particularly delicious? Chocolate Swiss roll and custard. Sounds weird, but chocolate Swiss roll, dump some nice hot custard on it, melts down the chocolate and the Swiss roll, kind of gets all the flavour out of it. Absolutely stunning dessert, delicious. John Deere 864. Yeah, I now have 49 people watching, 5 of whom have left because they're hungry. You tell it's coming up to my dinner time because I don't mind talking about food. 568, yeah, it looks like the 864 just with a different skin. We could leave her in glass colours. Apple strudel. Oh, apple strudel, that's nice too. I just like sugary things. Got a sweet tooth, it's like... Do you want chocolate, Dave? Yes. Do you want apple strudel? Yes. Do you want apple tart? Yes. Do you want literally just a teaspoonful of honey? Yes, please. Actually, that's particularly nice when I got a bit of a sore throat. I'll make tea and put some honey in it, and it's just beautiful for sorting out a sore throat. Which I haven't got yet, but I'm feeling like I might start getting a bit of a sore throat as winter really sets in. Just because for whatever reason it did, well, because I got the heater on. Because I need to keep my hands warm. My room gets very dry. In fact, I can turn it off for a little bit. Rhubarb and custard. I'm not too gone on rhubarb. Chocolate. Ooh, low with the class. Chocolate caramel cake. That sounds very nice. Honey and porridge. Honey and porridge isn't a bad idea. If it's food, you'll probably say yes. Same for me, actually. It's just like food. You don't get fat like me without liking food. There's Landy with all the food emojis you could find in 2 minutes. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying us talking about food, feel free to like and subscribe. If you're not, you should probably get some food. Because you're probably hungry. Because there's nothing better than talking about delicious, delicious food. Hello, Tree Frog 123. Let's get this dumped in. Extra thick slices of any kind of cake. Yeah, maybe not. It depends on the kind of cake, because you can get some really heavy cakes that are just filling. Brownies and ice cream. I don't really get them. Oh, dang it. That's not gone well. We've got to store the barley now. So we'll do this realistically. The grain tank is full, we got to store it in a shed. Hot fudge brownies from Domino's. There's no Domino's near me. There's an Apache downtown, I think. Or is it the next town over? There's like a pizza place across town that I don't plan on going to anytime soon because the chipper near me does really nice pizzas. Where's Fahy? He is right there in chat. Can you not see him, Speed is Key? I'm surprised he hasn't gone to Domino or to Supermax yet today. Or spoken about Supermax yet today. Because I mean, we're talking about food and Fahy hasn't mentioned Supermax yet. No Domino's? I don't need a Domino's. Pizza place or where I get my pizzas usually, really nice pizzas. Very greasy pizzas, but very nice pizzas. You've legitimately gone 20 miles just to get hot fudge brownies, Fahy. I bet... Like, we literally go down the road for a pizza. KFC today is the best thing ever. I don't like KFC. I really don't. Put a photo in Discord of pie it's made me live. Ooh, I'm curious now though. KFC rules. I'm not a fan. I'll be honest. Then again, it could be because there were very strong rumors not long after KFC opened in the next town over that that KFC was having a few minor issues with food poisoning. Why am I not on Platinum? Because the map is dull. Also because I can go back and do that for the last couple of minutes, I think. If I grab the Challenger, which I've managed to misplace again. Where did I put it? Grab this thing. This is the Challenger from Horse. What about the new 2018 Farmer Sim? Am I getting it? What new 2018 Farming Sim? There's no 2018 Farming Sim. There's Pure Farming 2018, which doesn't look at all interesting to me because it doesn't have mods. There's that Farming Dynasty, which does look interesting, but I doubt it'll have mod support as well. So the reason that I'm not on Platinum, or on the Platinum map, is very, very simple. Very simple indeed. And it's that I don't need to be on the Platinum map. Bulletbill was kind enough to give me the an update to West Coast, which has sugarcane. FS18's for Nintendo. Well, that's why I don't have it. Or not getting it, because number one, I can't stand Nintendo anymore, and number two, I don't have a Switch. What's the difference between the base game and the Horse Challenger? Oh, I don't know. Nothing all that obvious, is there? I mean, if I go into Creative Money here real quick and get be under Challenger, this Challenger, and this Challenger, so it's the same Challenger, as well as this Challenger and this Challenger, and I do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and... Like, there's not much of a difference between them. Actually, there's not much difference in the 8. That is a UK style 845. That's the in-game one. Not much of a difference between the horse challenger here and the in-game challenger here at all. Now the difference is the tracks on the horse one are different. They're thinner. And more spread out. Same with this, the tracks are, I think, thinner. Yeah, slightly thinner and more spread out. Is horse stuff coming to console? I don't believe so, because it's very heavily scripted. Like I was looking through the files the other day out of curiosity, and there's a lot of scripts. Like, there's a lot of stuff that looks very interesting script-wise, and it's all stuff that might be hinting at stuff for FS7 or FS19. So maybe we'll get some fancy stuff happening in FS19. Maybe it's just stuff specifically for the horse DLC. Like, it's a lot less... You're crying inside. Yeah, I mean, Giants are going to look into it and see what they can do, and it might be that you get a bit of a toned down script-free version of Horse, or they hard code the scripts into the game. Landy's Live, thank you very much, Sim. You later, game. With Landy Live on Countdown, I'm going to ask the mods to put in today's video, please. The time-lapse of my first 2 hours on the Platinum map, minus the time it took me to seed up Field 14. I was supposed to have commentary, but I was too tired to record it last night, so I just changed my mind and put music on it. I will leave you guys by saying I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 Platinum Edition on the West Coast Platinum Edition, because, hey, you gotta add the Platinum onto everything now. With the Cat Challenger Platinum Edition. I've been RainbowDave Platinum Edition. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye, Platinum Edition.